Welcome to the March 2019 video series for Forager Funds Management. I'm Steve Johnson and I'm joined in this video by Forager's newest recruit, Paul Quah. Hi Paul.
Hi Steve.
Paul joins us with lots of experience investing up in Asian markets. And Paul, why don't you just begin with a bit of your history and background?
Sure. Well, this year's my 19th year in markets actually. I actually started up in Sydney, just up the road from Forager's offices. Back in the day, covering banks and progressing to cover consumer, food and beverage companies. After about 4.5 years, I had this epiphany and a calling to Asia, essentially to research the universe there, and which I proceeded to do so for about 9 years, looking mostly at small mid-cap companies in the region before returning back to Australia on the investment side. And so really, I've come full circle in terms of coming back to the place where I started.
Sure. And Asian markets have dramatically underperformed the world over the past few years. A lot of turmoil and noise around China. It's a pretty interesting time to be looking at stocks up there. What's your view on the current opportunity set?
Yeah, Asia's really been battered by a combination of factors, slowing economies for one, as well as trade uncertainty, as well as a rising dollar. That really tells me that there's opportunities there. Valuations have come back a long way. And I think it fits our style of research in terms of looking for opportunities company by company. I think worth noting also, I've spent a greater part of my career looking at small mid-cap companies. And it's really about finding opportunities where most of the market will probably miss. So we're talking about poorly analyzed stocks or neglected parts of the market. So I think that works in our favor.
You've hit the ground running. You've been here 6 weeks now, pitched a few ideas, worked with the team for a bit. What's your view on how your philosophy is going to line up and what you can bring to the team? It's
been good so far. So transition's been quite seamless. I think the key positive so far is that there's a team culture here and idea sharing has been excellent. I'm quite excited about the opportunity set. As I mentioned, I've spent a lot of time looking at companies in Asia. I've got a long list of companies that I've been monitoring and actively tracking for a very long time to draw upon. I think the other area where I can add some value is in the portfolio management side of things, where I've had some experience as well. Yeah, it's relatively new, particularly in a global fund for us. It's quite exciting to have you on the team with that top level view of running a portfolio and how you put all of the different stocks from different parts of the world together. So we're looking forward to learning a lot from that and probably, at least as importantly, a few well-progressed ideas as well. Before we let you go though, you're originally a Melbourne boy. We know what you all think of Sydney people down there in Melbourne. How are you fitting in living up in Sydney? It's been quite smooth as well. My wife and I were very, very lucky in terms of securing a rental property very early on in the piece. And that's half the battle really when it comes to moving around. And I've done that quite a bit in the last 20 years in terms of living in different cities. So quite used to change. We welcome change. We're quite excited by the change as well. I think what's also helped is that there's been a few new friendships here in Forager already in my first month. I'm glad to hear that they like the game of tennis and we've had a few hits already. And happy to say that selfishly, it was a lot of fun for me because it seems like the team has not played much for a very long time. That's what they tell me anyway. You gave the guys a bit of a walloping on the tennis court, I hear, but Alex Larkman and I are yet to drag Paul out on the marathon running circuit, but we're working on you. Great. It's great to have you on board, Paul. If you have any questions for Paul or you'd like to get in touch, please feel free to send us an email at admin@foragerfunds.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching.